Hey everyone, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be taking a look at and a listen to this 1993 made in Mexico Fender Duo Sonic in the lovely black on black. If only this had black knobs, it would really complete the aesthetic. But you know I happen to like offset guitars, I like short scale guitars, but this will be the shortest scale guitar that I've ever played that wasn't, like a kid's toy. So without further ado, let's hear what it sounds like. Now, there are a multitude of reasons why I enjoy short scale guitars. First of all, I don't know, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, I'm only 5'8". So, for whatever reason, the smaller compact bodies, they kind of work with me a little bit better. It's why I prefer the 339 over the 335, but with that out of the way, it is definitely different than playing a Mustang. And that difference, it's 2 inches. It's pretty substantial when it comes to the scale length of the two of them. Actually, it's a little less than 2 inches, but still. Either way, this guitar for funk, I think would be a fantastic match, and I'm sure it has been in the past before. I really like how percussive and fast the attack is on the instrument. The sustain is not the greatest in the whole world. However, it's all about trade-offs, and one thing I love about this design too is it really dirts up really well, and I was finding myself playing a lot of kind of 90's punk rockish, pop punkish kind of stuff on it. And I channeled a band called Midtown, who I haven't listened to in, I don't know, years, but for whatever reason, when I had the gain on in the Friedman in the Quad Cortex and I was playing this guitar, I remembered how to play 1 or 2 Midtown songs, so I just wanted to jam out with that for a little bit. But that being said, as far as an overall critique of this instrument, the only issue I have with this guitar is the tuning stability. And it's not the nut, because I actually checked the nut, I reslotted the nut too, I made sure everything was okay with it, I lubricated it, the bridge saddles are fine. These are not good tuners, and I mean, it's not to be not the biggest surprise, honestly. It's a early 90s Mexican Fender, probably not the greatest components in that aspect. However, if you were to get one of these guitars, all the electronics are fine on it, and this is really simple. If you did want to replace anything, it's just 2 pickups, 2 pots, a switch, and a jack. So not a big deal with that. The bridge is fine as is. If you really wanted to replace the saddles, you could. Maybe brass would be a little bit more aggressive as far as the bite goes with the tone, but I feel like this guy already is so strong in that aspect where it really wouldn't make that big of a, I don't know, I don't think it would be worth it, but that's just me in my own opinion. And like I said, the nut, it's okay, it's cut to a decent level, and the tuners are the one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of, but as a whole, the only other thing that I would say about this guitar, if you've never played one of these, this is a very, very thin neck, and you expect, because it's a short scale instrument, it's going to feel less substantial in your hands, but especially in the neck. This neck has to be the thinnest neck I've ever played from Fender, ever. And I was making complaints about, well, my main complaint with the Paranormal Thin Line Cabronita is the neck on that was like a paper thin, and this one is even thinner than that, it feels like to me. I think this guitar would work really well for somebody that's a punk rocker or somebody who goes absolutely wild on stage and doesn't mind throwing something around. This is a very lightweight guitar. You don't really notice that you're really holding anything when you're standing up with it. It's under 7 pounds. It's very, very comfortable to play. It's very familiar, and not all offsets have that kind of familiar feel to it, whereas when you sit with a Jazzmaster or a Jaguar, for example, it doesn't feel as natural if you're used to playing like a Stratocaster, whereas this guy, it feels like, you know, just like a baby Strat in that sense, so you feel right at home with that, and it's very easy to play. However, that's where I'm going to end this short demo review of the short scale Fender Duo Sonic, made in Mexico, 1993. If it had a little bit of a thicker, beefier neck on it, I might be more tempted to keep it, but it's simply too thin for me. However, tonally, I could absolutely see where this thing would serve a great purpose for a lot of people and a lot of genres. Now, that being said, this guitar is for sale if you buy it directly through my website and you live outside of Florida. There is no shipping or sales tax, and you get a lower price than Reverb. The link will be down below to that. And outside of that, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I am getting closer to the goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I'm really grateful that you guys are taking the time to watch these videos, to interact with me, and to hit that button. I love talking with you guys as well. And other than that, I'll see you tomorrow for another guitar-related video. Take it easy, everybody.